Here at Decanted, we have what you might call a healthy obsession with the Willamette Valley AVA. We visited many of the nested AVAs within it too, and featured several on our podcast, including the one known as Ribbon Ridge.
The Ribbon Ridge was given its name in 1865 by an early settler from Missouri, Colby Carter, who thought the top of the ridge twisted like a ribbon. The AVA was established in 2005 and hosts a dozen wineries and 34 vineyards across 379 acres of the planted area. The most common grape varieties are, no surprise, Pinot Noir, followed by Chardonnay and Gamay Noir.
During our trip, we had the good fortune to connect with the Lenne Estate Vineyards, founded 22 years ago by wine industry veteran Steve Lutz. The vineyard sports an unusual terroir, including marine sedimentary soil of the most uncommon P-vine variety, certified the worst in Yamhill County. Fortunately for wine fans, difficult soils can yield distinctive Pinot, like the ones that Steve served to his patrons at their tasting room.
Visitors were served indoors at the tasting bar and on the open-air patio featuring expansive views of neighboring vineyards. Members also enjoyed the pairing of fresh brick oven pizza with Steve's savory Pinots and delicious Chardonnay.
Since we took this footage, Steve has sold the vineyards and shuttered the tasting room. But the good news is that the Lenne brand will live on for the next several years, as he's selling off the back catalog exclusively at the Distaff Wine Company in Newberg, Oregon, formerly the location of Owen Rowe Winery. Next up on our journey was Utopia Vineyard, one of the most respected wineries on the ridge. Utopia was established in the early 2000s by California transplant Dan Warscheis, who fell so in love with Pacific Northwest Pinot that he moved to Ribbon Ridge and established the perfect vineyard for his own winemaking aspirations.
The allure of Utopia is not just the laid-back atmosphere of enjoying their wines directly adjacent to the vineyards or their converted horse barn tasting room, but also the savory, excellent wines that have put them on the map.
A favorite from our visit was the 2015 Pinot Noir Clone 777 Estate Reserve, a savory, rich, dark expression of Pinot whose tannins have developed beautifully over time, and is probably a good indication of the ageability of Utopia's wines. I wish I had a case of this.
Also worth mentioning are the grounds at Utopia, which in addition to the vineyard views also feature a wide variety of family-friendly seating options. And the outdoor games like cornhole and a couple of full-length bocce ball courts will keep you and your friends entertained.
Entertainment of another sort is available at Trisaetum Winery, which is unusual in that it has the distinction of functioning both as a winery and an art gallery, featuring the work of winemaker and owner James Frey, which you can enjoy while sipping their delicious wines.
Don't miss the expansive outdoor patio where you can sample Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, Riesling, and crisp sparkling wines while luxuriating in the breathtaking views of the rolling estate vineyards, mere feet away from your table.
One of the biggest surprises on our trip came in the form of a smaller package. Ayres Vineyard and Winery. Former wine shop owner Brad McElroy, who owned his winemaking skills at the famed Domaine Drouin in Oregon, runs a small operation connected to his Newberg, Oregon home, where he creates stunning expressions of Pinot Noir.
During good weather, you may be as lucky as we were to experience an intimate tasting with Brad in the breathtaking outdoor setting, surrounded by vineyard views. There, Brad provided some of the best Pinot Noir we've tried on our trip, including the 2016 Pioneer, a Dijon 667 clone, which has a caramelly nose, followed by a bright red cherry palate, and a savory mid-palate featuring herbs, smoke, and wood. Ayres is a must-visit if you love Pinot.
Speaking of must-visit spots, Eminent Domaine is one of the Ridge's best tasting experiences. Visitors can enjoy the wines in their modern, elegant tasting room, located on their sprawling property in Newberg, Oregon, where they expanded to in 2016. We were beyond impressed with their portfolio of full-bodied Pinot Noir wines, and even their rosé of Pinot Noir was terrific.
We were also entranced by the exterior views of the tasting room building and with the outdoor seating area with its vista of vineyards and lush hillsides. Their incredible wines include the 2018 Estate Pinot Noir, a reflection of all the clones planted in their vineyard that highlights black cherry, black tea, baked fruits, and medium tannins.
One of the other big high points of our trip was the sublime Beaux Frères, also in Newburgh. Beaux Frères produces Pinots that are often compared with Grand Cru from Bourgogne, and for good reason. This is a winery for those with deeper pockets and deeper cellars, as many of these Pinots we tried were rich and tannic, meaning best enjoyed after a few years of cellaring.
The vineyard is situated on 30 acres of hillsides composed of Willackenzie soils and sits at an elevation of around 400 feet, with a mixture of their own rooted Pommard and Wädenswil clones and younger Dijon clones.
The entire lineup is incredible, but one of our favorites was the club members only 2019 The Beaux Frères Vineyard Pinot Noir, with its bright red strawberry and creme brulee aromatics, followed by a deep, earthy expression of plum and dark cherries. It is among the very best Pinots we have ever tried.
We also recommend Beaux Frères for their funky, laid-back tasting room, friendly tasting associates, an insider's perspective of their production and farming practices, plus the dreamily beautiful views of the surrounding forest that greet you while enjoying their wines from the outdoor tasting area.
One of the most celebrated wineries from Ribbon Ridge, or the United States for that matter, is Brickhouse Vineyards, specializing in varieties that thrive in this appellation, like Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, and even Gamay Noir. Their Pinot Noir wines are comparable with the best of Burgundy, earning consistently high scores from wine reviewers.
Brickhouse is led by grower winemaker Doug Tennell. He and his talented winemaking team consistently deliver the goods. A certified biodynamic, organic winery, Brickhouse has led the way for sustainable vineyard practices for years, and this effort shows in the resulting wines.
All of the Brickhouse wines reflect how biodynamic practices in ideal conditions can produce nuanced, flavorful, and delicious wines that you can enjoy now or cellar for years.
On a sunny day, we recommend an outdoor tasting where you can breathe in fresh air while enjoying wines like the Evelyn's Pinot, a Pommard Dijon clone, and the beautiful stone fruits of the Cascadia Chardonnay.
Tastings are hosted by Doug and his assistant winemaker Savannah Mills, and are also conducted in their humble barrel room and indoor tasting area, which are as funky and fun as the rest of Brickhouse.
We hope you've enjoyed this slice of Ribbon Ridge, and for more about Brickhouse and the other wineries mentioned here, check out our podcast archive at www.decantedpodcast.com.
And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to Decanted. It really does help us bring more great wines and wineries to you. Cheers!